Hello, everybody. Wow, it's been a long time. It's been a little crazy here, as it always is. Crazy 60 now in Berlin. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to be perky, but I'm tired. I'm always tired these days. Okay. It's been a really interesting couple of weeks. Well, now, gosh, it's been almost a month, I think, since the last video, and nothing terrible has happened, which is good. Um, but a lot just going on. So I've been basically, as you can see, I'm back at my apartment, my normal place. It was great to be at the other place. It was just relaxing, and it's a different feel there. Both have their pros and cons, but I enjoyed being there. And so I was there teaching. I have some new students. I now have, I think, 3 students in Berlin, plus my U.S. students. So that's nice. Here, I'm going to try to look in the right place. I never look in the right place. And I've also taken some lessons with a couple new people. One who I really feel I'm going to stay with. Both were helpful, but this last person really, I don't know, she was wonderful. She was just really wonderful. She got me really, she really found what was going on with me and had me singing like I haven't sung in decades, really. And it's making me feel very excited, and we'll see what happens with my voice. She's away. I'm now leaving tomorrow for a month. I'll get into that later. And so when I get back, I'm gonna work with her, and I mean, it's just my voice is bigger and just a very different feel than I've ever had, and bigger than I've ever used. I've never really used my whole voice. And apparently she thinks I'm a Jugendlicher Heldentenor. I know Heldentenor, Jugendlicher is young, basically. I mean, I'm not young, but it's the quality of my voice is young, I guess. So I'm, it's exciting. I never thought of myself as a Heldentenor, but opening up this and singing the way she had me, it was like possible. It felt possible. So anyway, very exciting. I had to come back. I had to come back to my normal apartment for a week because the people at the other place, one of them was coming back to stay for a week to do work, and I needed to be out of there. So I came back here for a few days, and in that time, my work, the place I work, had a kind of a lunch party sort of thing, and I went to that, and that was really fun. And I've gotten together with these people, a few of the people from work, for dinner as well, and that was fun. So I'm making more and more friends, which is great. And then I went to Copenhagen. I loved Copenhagen. I just have to say, I really, really loved it. It's a really just vibrant, fun, energetic city. There are beautiful parts to it. I went to see all the main sites, the Little Mermaid, of course. I can't remember the names, begin Nyhavn. The Danish language, first of all, oh my God. I mean, I thought German was hard. You'd look at a word and then you hear it pronounced, and it doesn't sound anything like it looks, and it sounds like they have food in their mouth the whole time. Everything's um, it. Fortunately, I didn't hear that much Danish there. Well, I shouldn't say fortunately. It would have been interesting to get to know the language a little, but it was mostly English being spoken everywhere I went. So that was surprising. I didn't expect that. But it's a beautiful city. I had some wonderful food. I decided to sort of splurge on some Michelin starred places or Michelin mentioned. And I have to say, two of the four I went to, really, two of them I was very happy with. One was one of the best meals I've ever had. And two I was very disappointed in. I'll give the names because if I can pronounce them. Well, some are easy. I'll just say the ones I was disappointed in were called Ark and Barr. Ark was a vegan multi-course meal that looked very interesting, and they certainly did, they went beyond what they needed to do, sometimes to the detriment of the flavor or texture of the dish. It was all very interesting, but it was really too much, or as we say in Yiddish, ungepatch. It was just too much going on, and the flavors weren't always right and there, and sometimes a pure vegetable beautifully cooked is more delicious than trying to throw a million ingredients together. But I did learn that coffee and truffle taste interesting together. That was not a flavor combination I'd expect, but that one was good. But a lot of the food was sort of gelatinous and kind of not tasty, really. And it was the most expensive meal of the whole thing. So if you're vegan, maybe it's interesting to give it a try, plus the menu changes. So, maybe I got a bad week. But there were a few good things in it, but mostly I wasn't very happy with it. Barr is run by a Noma employee, a former employee at Noma, which is like the greatest restaurant in the world, apparently, but I couldn't afford that. I couldn't get in anyway. And Barr, I was really not happy with at all. The food was overly heavy, greasy, too many pickly flavors. My mouth was like sort of hurting from all these pickly tastes, and it just I had my main meal was, they called it oyster mushroom schnitzel. I thought maybe they had a large oyster mushroom that was done like a schnitzel, but they were small, just a whole plate of fried mushrooms with oil poured, sauce that was just basically oil poured over it, and capers and stuff. It was just so greasy, and instead of being served with something maybe soft or sweet or a little, something to cut all that fat and everything. I'm going to do a restaurant review show soon. It was served with these caramelized onion chunks with onion flowers and stuff, and so that was a strong, sharp flavor with the pickle and the fried and everything. It was just not great, and the dessert was actually kind of gross. That grilled cherries, which sounded interesting, but apparently when you grill a cherry, you take the life out of it, it seems. It had no flavor at all, and cherries, I love cherries. So anyway, well, it wasn't a good meal. But the one I did love, Hurst, it's like host, but the O has a line through it. So I think it's called Hurst. Delicious meal. Everything I loved. And a beautiful restaurant. And there was a seafood place that I cannot pronounce. Kostigens something. It's very long. I don't know. Anyway, it's got fish market in the name, kind of. And that was really good. And I met some really fun people there. I met these two female friends who were there from the UK, and we talked. And at Hurst, I met an American couple from New Jersey and New York who reminded me of why I left, really. But well, one was a know-it-all, and I don't know. It was like I prefer European personalities at this point, I guess. Anyway, but it was a really nice trip. Plus, I had smørrebrød. I went to a famous place that has smørrebrød and had a few of them. And those were fun. Had some aquavit, and anyway, it was just really a nice trip. I really enjoyed it. And I came back, and then I went back to the house sitting place, and then had a few things. A good friend who I know from New York, who now lives here, he had a concert. He's a wonderful musician, and he had a concert playing the dan bao, which is a Vietnamese instrument that it's a one-stringed instrument, but it's played electronically. I'm not sure if it's electronically is the right word. There's something that's put on it that changes the sound, and all of these harmonics are created. It's really cool. So went to that show. Also went to another friend's show that's also a friend of his, with the Italians. And, well, he's actually part of the Italian group too. And she played some of her songs at a house concert. That was really fun, and she was great. And then my architect friend had me over for dinner with his son, and he made rösti. Oh my God, that was so good. Giant potato pancake kind of thing with Gruyere cheese melted all over it. I mean, it's heaven for me. So that was wonderful, and then went to a nice Turkish breakfast restaurant that was really delicious. Terrible service, but really delicious. We couldn't get anybody to come and help us, and finally we did, but it just was like pulling teeth to get help. But the food was really good. The name, it's in Kreuzberg, across the street from that beautiful big brick church with the sort of dome on it that you see everywhere, from the freeway and everywhere, or from the subway. Freeway? I haven't been on a freeway in years. Okay. Anyway, so it's got a long name. I think it begins with an A, but if I can remember it, I'll let you know. But that was really good. So then I came back here, and then went off to camp in the Black Forest. So in Feldberg. So worked a camp there. Beautiful area. The whole Black Forest I'm sure is beautiful, but this area that we were in was really gorgeous. The weather was cooler. It was so much more comfortable. I could sleep without the fan. I didn't have it with me. We actually had a thunderstorm that turned to hail, which was really fun. I mean, we weren't stuck out in it. We were sort of stuck out in it, but we hid under the awning of a church until it passed. But yeah, there was hail on the ground and like pea-sized, not gigantic, luckily. So no damage. But yeah, we did all kinds of fun things. Went on a hike, learned about the area, went to a jump house. I attempted to do some trampolini stuff and fell flat on my face. Anyway, everybody was laughing or whatever. I'm 60. That's my new excuse. Okay. So then I came back a few days ago, and the Italians had a barbecue that their whole apartment building came to in the courtyard of their building, which was really nice. It was very fun. Met some new people there, some very nice people, and that was great. And learned about, I came upon an amazing Italian market in Prenzlauer Berg. I don't remember the name, but it's right at the Eberswalder stop. Eberswalder Strasse stop. That's hard to say. And on the U2, it's right there. Really beautiful Italian market. So here's the here's the deal with everything else. So I leave tomorrow for a month. I'm going to Portugal. I'm flying to Lisbon, and then I'm going to stay with my friend that I know there for one night, and going to dinner tomorrow. And then I'm going down to this town I think it's about half an hour or 45 minutes south of Lisbon, where I will be at this big house retreat thing cooking for the gay bears, for Camp Bear Hug. It's like a 4 or 5 day retreat with about, I think, 12 to 14 people. And I'll be in Bearland for a while. Everyone sounds very nice. We've been chatting on WhatsApp and all that. So I'm sure it'll be nice, but it's going to be a lot of work. I have 2 meals cooking for 12 to 14 people a day. So, and I'm not really a cook that way or a chef that way for large groups normally. So, it'll take me a while to get to get the hang of it, I think. But anyway, that sounds fun. Then I'm staying one extra night in a nice hotel, and then flying to the south of Spain, where I will be for a week, staying with a friend who I used to work with in New York, and he's retired to this little tiny town there near Granada. So I'm going to go to Granada and Sevilla and Cordoba and other places, and I'm really looking forward to that. I've never been to that area, so that'll be really cool. And then I fly to New York, where I will be for 2.5 weeks. I'll be singing my old job at the High Holy Days at the synagogue I've been singing at for about 7 years now or more. I can't remember how long. And the foods, I'm telling you, first thing, bagel, lox, and cream cheese, Mexican food, Chinese food, Thai food. I don't want to eat anything else except a turkey burger. Can't get them here. And a Reuben. So, although I usually go turkey Reuben, that's just what I like. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get pastrami. Those are the foods I want. That's what I'm craving. Oh, tamales more than anything. Oh my God, I haven't had a tamale really, a good one. At least I had one tamale that wasn't really like a tamale here. It's been since I left. So I arrived there it is exactly a year from when I left. So it's going to be interesting to be back for that one day. I mean to be back after one full year, exactly to the day. So it's going to be weird. I'll have to tell you about how it feels to go back to your former home after a year. But so in the meantime, the other reason I'm going there is to go to the storage unit and figure out what to do. So it turns out the apartment that I got, and I believe I've told you about this already, in Prenzlauer Berg, I was given the wrong information about the rooms. The big living room area is apparently not for me. It's not mine at all. I thought I was getting half of it, and I was going to put my living room and maybe a dining room little table there or something. But apparently the woman who's the mother of the girl I teach, and friends with the Italians and all that. She, when she heard that I was thinking that I got that room, she made sure I knew, no, you do not get that room. That's being sealed off for her. So she's going to be using it for something. Mostly right now for storage, but maybe something down the line. I don't know. So basically my bedroom is the studio. It's really like going to be my living room, dining room, unless I can get a table in the kitchen. Living room, dining room, maybe, and bedroom. So it's going to be tricky. I was a little upset that, I mean, I can't complain. The price is very low, but when you think you have an expectation and you think are going to get something, and then it changes. It was a little disappointing, but I'm okay. It's fine. I'll make it work. Hopefully I can put at least a dining room table in the kitchen. We'll see if that works. Then I can divide the bedroom in half and have part of it be like a living room and part of it be the bedroom. I don't know. It's going to be interesting because it's not really built like a studio apartment, where you have one big room with the things, off of it, the kitchen and bedroom, or bathroom. This is a hallway with a bathroom and then a kitchen and then the bedroom. So whatever, we'll make it work. And I'm grateful for it. Again, the price is, ridiculously low, and only because of, we're friends. So that will be good. But there was a little drama created by my not knowing that and by my asking if I could help pick out the appliances. And I'm going to just back off and let everybody do their job and not ask for anything because it was turning into a bit of a little drama, and none of us want drama. So I'm going to be grateful, whatever it is, and if it's something I don't like and I can change it myself, I'll change it myself, or do whatever, make it work for me. Now, it was supposed to be done in mid-October. It's looking like it probably won't be done that quickly. It hasn't even been started on yet, the renovation. So there's no ceiling really yet. And it needs to be cleared of a lot of stuff. And there's work that needs, to be done on it. So I'm not actually going to ship my stuff out yet. I'm going to go and get rid of half of it, move it to a smaller storage unit, so I'm not paying so much. And then when things are getting closer to being done, then I will set the date. I've already picked out a company. I won't recommend them yet because I haven't worked with them really yet, but their estimate, even originally it was $8,000. And there's just no way I could do that. And I said, if I got rid of half the stuff, will the price be half? And it pretty much is. So between $4,000 and $5,000 for really very little furniture. It's really just my sofa bed, which I'm not getting rid of. Everyone keeps trying to tell me to. I'm not. It's the one thing I want to keep. A couple small tables, a rug. That's it. I mean, everything else is boxes, kitchen stuff, music, artwork, things I've had for years that I don't want to get rid of. And so it's going to cost between $4,000 and $5,000. I'm not sure how I'm paying for it. I'm trying to open up credit cards as much as possible. So I probably will be in the apartment without my stuff for a couple months before I actually get it. So that's how that's going to work. It'll all work out. I'm feeling good about it. Work is good. I've just been asked to be, they wanted to promote me to a lead teaching artist. I've worked more than almost anybody there in the last 6 months, more jobs, which is why I'm so tired, I think. And they've been very happy with my work. I've gotten good reviews. So trying to prove myself here in Berlin. And also, I'll finish with this. I got some help with looking into funding for the opera I'm writing. And there are a lot of organizations that I can apply to help with maybe getting a residency somewhere where I can just go off and write for a while, because I haven't had much time to. Or just some financial support, or, they all have sort of different things. But I really want to get back into music, and, the reason I'm here and alive. And so that's, I think now I'm almost here a year. This next year is going to be about learning more German and getting my foot into the music world here more, and theater. So now that I have, pretty much a secure job, and I'll have a home, we'll figure out insurance. That's the other hurdle I have to deal with. But everything else has fallen into place. And I have to say, I still love it here. I still don't miss the U.S. I'm excited to go see my friends and to have tamales, and a bagel, a good bagel anyway. But there's some okay bagels here, but not like New York. But that's, I really am still glad that I made this decision. So I will try to do an episode from one of the places or all of the places that I'm at. That would be fun. I am going to bring my computer with me. So I will try to do that. If I don't, when I come back, I'm going to have lots of pictures, lots of stories to tell, and we'll know kind of where my apartment is at that point. So luckily, my roommate said I can stay here as long as I need to. So that's wonderful. I'm grateful. All is good. All is good. I hope all is good with you all. And thank you for watching. I know this was a long one, but it's been a month. So thank you for watching, as always. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.